Jacksonville Jaguars back at their real home after keeping hope alive across the pond.
Parker Washington is going to go all the way for a touchdown as he does the nest heap plunge into the end zone.
They host the Green Bay Packers on a 3-game win streak.
Low snap, the kick. It is good!
Packers, winners of 5 of their last 6, come in off a heavyweight bout with Houston. Jacksonville's defense taking on a Jordan Love-led Packers offense, top 10 in scoring in 2024.
To the end zone, diving catch! What a catch it is by Kraft!
Jaguars defense on the year has struggled to keep teams off the scoreboard, but they at least held New England to 16, so enter off one of their better outings.
Jalen Polk has to slow down, and he's not able to secure the football before he takes a big shot down the sideline.
Jacksonville secondary gets love off a 3 TD game, made all the clutch throws needed late.
And they go for it. They've got themselves a first down and in field goal range.
Should be noted, Love has had an INT problem, 2 last week, has 8 on the year, 1 in every game.
Here he is, way down the field, look out, he's picked.
Jaguars pass defense Love takes on, has had trouble coming up with the digits. Craig's mom would tell him they ain't got no game. Gave up over 270 yards to Drake May, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Rating allowed for the year now over 113, 16 touchdowns allowed, just 1 pick.
Inside the 5, and he has a touchdown.
Now your father, he's got game. For the season, Jacksonville's DBs have struggled versus all 3 kinds of pass catchers. Tight end and running back gave them the most trouble versus New England. A 122.4 rate allowed to them in 2024. Gave up 82 yards on 8 catches to Hunter Henry in their win.
No problems here for the first-round pick. Mayu connects with Hunter Henry and gets it down inside the Jacksonville 35.
Love has Tucker Kraft at his disposal, has scored in 3 of their last 4.
How about a tight end looking that nimble?
Jaguars D, 30th in rating allowed to running backs, 29th to wide receivers. They did hold Patriots wideouts in check for the most part. Love has 4 wide receivers he uses game to game. Last week, not much from Christian Watson or Jaden Reed. Dontavian Wicks scored along with 48 yards.
They go long! They get the completion near the 1-yard line! Touchdown! Dontavian Wicks!
And Romeo Doubs got his chance to drive the WR1 bus. 10 targets, led the team, 8 catches, 94 yards.
You do not want to play the Packers man-to-man. They have as much depth at the wide receiver position as any team in the NFL.
Can Jacksonville pester Love? Trayvon Walker with his 6th sack last week. Jaguars got to May twice, pressured him close to 40% of the time. Their pressure rate for the year much lower, so they'd take some more of that Week 7 action.
Being pressured, Trayvon Walker has done it again.
Love has faced a below-average pressure rate in 2024, only sacked 7 times, Green Bay top 10 good there, but he was bagged 3 times on 33 pass attempts by Houston.
From the goal line in trouble, they got him this time.
Josh Jacobs, 76 yards, 6.3 a run versus the Texans, one of the most efficient outings as a Packer.
Handoff, Jacobs got a big lane.
Jacobs gets one of the toughest defenses on running backs this year, and they've held running backs to 3.7 yards per carry.
And Eric Armstead, Chad Muma there, and actually it's a loss of 1 on the play.
Green Bay's defense also draws a good back. Jacksonville's offense was powered by Tank Bigsby Week 7, 118 yards, 4.5 a run versus the Patriots, 2 TDs, has run for 70-plus yards 4 times now, 2 100-yard games.
Bigsby's going to get into the end zone yet again.
Can Jacksonville's O-line move Green Bay's D linemen the way they moved New England's? Well, the Packers gave up 115 yards, 2 TDs to Joe Mixon on 4.6 a run, and that's how much they've given up to running backs for the year.
He's on his way past McKinney, and there he goes down the sideline.
Trevor Lawrence would love another good tank game. He was able to fill in the gaps versus the Patriots to the tune of 193 yards, a touchdown, no picks, rating over 120. 2024, 9 touchdowns against 3 INTs.
Lawrence looking to the middle, he's got Thomas for the touchdown.
Trev left Week 7 with his jersey so fresh and so clean. 0 sacks taken, wasn't even hit once. Faced pressure just 26% of the time this season.
Trevor Lawrence does a great job putting air under that football so the tip of the football is falling down, making it a friendly ball.
Green Bay's pass rush played a huge role in their win, sacked C.J. Stroud 4 times on just 21 pass attempts, pressured him a hefty 48% of the time without a lot of blitzes, but the few they sent, very effective.
Untouched, he gets to him.
Lawrence in turn faces a tough Packers secondary too, also comes in off a great outing, held Stroud allowed to 86 yards, 4.1 an attempt, sub 60 rating, dominated one of the best in the game. They've held quarterbacks in general to a low 80s rate.
He has made some plays today, and they deny the first down catch it would have been.
Brian Thomas, meet your shadow this week. Jair Alexander, Green Bay holding wideouts to a 76.6 rating, 6th lowest. Thomas scored again, 89 yards versus New England, a TD in 3 of his last 4.
Brian Thomas cuts in from the inside position. Nobody covers him.
Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis under 30 yards last week. Tight end Evan Ingram caught all 5 of his targets, not many yards. Jaguars sit at 2-5. Since 1990, just 6.5% of teams that started that way made the playoffs. If they can make it to 3-5, it jumps up to 10.6%. If they drop to 2-6, it goes down to 1.6. Packers 5-2. Teams with that mark have made it 74% of the time. Drops to 64% if they go 5-3, 82% if they go 6-2.
Brandon McManus flew into town midweek, and now he's doing Lambeau Leap.